There's a moment every business hits where the problem isn't the product. It's the gap between what you've already written and what people can actually find. The answers exist. On pages, in docs, in FAQs, inside databases. But visitors still bounce, still email, still ask the same things in different ways. And every time that happens, your team pays twice. Once in time, and once in momentum. That's the core friction I care about. Not noise, not hype, just the reality that if information can't be discovered cleanly, it might as well not exist. Now I'll introduce myself properly. I'm Luke Houghton, founder of ProjektID. Since 2019, ProjektID has been built around a simple belief. Brand perception matters, but digital reality decides. If the systems don't hold up, if the workflow is messy, then the experience falls apart. Core is one of the outcomes of that mindset. Core is an AI-powered search concierge for Knack and Squarespace. It turns your content into a live on-site conversation, so visitors stop waiting in inboxes and start getting answers where they already are, on the page. The goal isn't to sound clever. It's to reduce support load, cut repeated questions, and keep people moving forward with confidence. What makes Core useful is that it stays grounded in your material, your terminology, your rules, your tone, and it scales. Not by adding more staff, but by making your existing content actually do the job it was written for. Let's break down how it behaves in the real world. First, real-time conversation. Core replaces the slow email loop with a live exchange inside the site experience. A visitor asks something, Core captures intent, checks the indexed knowledge base, and responds while they still care. That's the key. Answers arriving during the moment of attention, not after it. Second, hybrid search. Core isn't only semantic, and it isn't only keywords. It blends both, so it can understand messy phrasing and typos while still matching exact product names, field labels, SKUs, and codes. Results are scored, normalized, and ranked in a way that stays explainable, and returned with links and media where it helps. Third, brand voice. Core isn't a generic chatbot. In the console, you define persona, language, terminology, and guardrails. You can control the HTML it's allowed to output, the compliance boundaries, and the tone. And you can change greetings or campaign wording without touching deployment, so the voice stays consistent across every answer. Transform search into an AI-powered conversation, deliver context-aware answers that truly delight users. Core is structured around 3 tiers, and each one is designed for a different level of demand. Core Scout is for smaller sites or lean teams. Think lightweight setup, a limited number of actions and searchable items, short responses, and simple imports. Perfect when you want quick FAQ-style support without complexity. Core Roma is for growing operations. More actions, more content capacity, and responses that can go further when needed. It supports bulk URL imports and adds messaging assistance, so repetitive questions get handled across channels day after day. Core Wizard is the high-demand tier. It's built for heavy usage, large libraries, long answers, higher quotas, bulk file updates, and options like hiding notifications for a cleaner, more polished UI. Across all tiers, the experience is the same principle: on-site conversation. Visitors ask, Core answers on the page. No tickets, no routing, no "will reply in office hours." Under the hood, Core uses hybrid indexing, semantic vectors plus keyword maps, so questions run both paths in parallel, and a weighted ranker decides the best match. Then we add governance, bot persona, context rules, and safe rendering. Output is sanitized twice, server-side and client-side, so your site stays protected and compliant with your formatting rules. Core is built around one outcome, a support experience that actually feels good to use. Internally, I describe it as nice, nimble, intuitive, context-aware, and engaging. Nimble means it doesn't drag. Core searches against a pre-processed index, returns what matters, and keeps the visitor in motion. Less waiting, less wandering, fewer repeated clicks. Intuitive means people can ask naturally. Full sentences, imperfect spelling, casual language. Core doesn't demand they learn search. It guides them if refinement is needed, without punishing them for how they phrase things. Context-aware means it respects your boundaries. Your business rules, your terminology, your persona settings. Core applies them when the question is in scope. That keeps answers consistent and avoids the off-brand weirdness that breaks trust. Engaging means responses aren't just text walls. When it helps, answers can include clean links, images, and media cues, so people don't just understand, they take the next step. To keep Core reliable, it's built in layers. On the client layer, Core injects a lightweight chat interface, stores session state, tracks quotas, and progressively renders richer results so the experience feels smooth, even when the answer is detailed. On the server layer, requests are validated, language is detected, hybrid search runs, and answers are generated from curated fields, not random web scraping. Output is sanitized, signed, and returned in a structured payload. Then there's index refresh. Your content doesn't stay stale. Indexes are kept warm and refreshed on scheduled updates, so edits and new records show up quickly without slowing live queries. Core also supports an office language model. You set one default language for interface text and indexing logic, and incoming queries are handled in a way that keeps relevance consistent, even if visitors arrive multilingual. Usage limits are enforced locally first, so the system can block excess requests without hammering the server. It's a fairness and performance safeguard. Setup is intentionally simple. Add content in the console, paste one snippet into Squarespace or Knack, and styling aligns automatically with your site. And finally, secure governance, strict allow lists, locked links, script blocking, layered sanitization. The output stays clean and safe to render. If you're picturing how someone goes from interested to live, it's a clear sequence. Step 1 is choosing the subscription level, Scout, Roma, or Wizard, based on how much content you want indexed and how much demand you expect from users. The point isn't to overbuy. It's to match capacity to reality. Next comes the welcome email with access instructions. That email is meant to remove uncertainty, where to log in, what to configure first, what to paste, and what to check. Smooth onboarding is part of the product, not an afterthought. Then you complete the core prerequisites. This is where your content becomes searchable. Tagging, importing URLs, uploading files or spreadsheets, whatever format you're working with. The goal is to set the foundation so answers come from your truth, not generic guesswork. After that, you implement core on your website with a small code snippet. It's designed to feel like flipping a switch, integrate, activate, and start handling questions. And once it's running, the real result shows up. Clearer journeys, fewer support interruptions, and a more confident user experience that builds trust through consistency. On the core page, ProjektID Cold Creeps Core, the pricing is split into monthly and annual options. Monthly gives you flexibility. Core Scout, €14.99. Core Roma, €22.49. Core Wizard, €33,79. Annual plans are designed to reduce the effective monthly cost. Core Scout, €134.89 total, around €11.24 per month, about 25% saved. Core Roma, €188.89 total, around €15.74 per month, about 30% saved. Core Wizard, €263.19 total, around €21.93 per month, about 35% saved. I'm not framing this as cheap or instant magic. It's a practical trade. Invest in structured on-site answers so your team stops paying the ongoing cost of repetitive support loops. If there's one idea I want to land, it's this. Support is part of the product. The way people find answers is the way they judge your professionalism. Core exists to turn the content you've already built into something that actually carries weight, discoverable, consistent, safe, and on brand. That's aligned with ProjektID's approach. Digital-first thinking, minimalist execution, and systems that reduce friction instead of adding new complexity. Thanks for listening. If you want to explore Core properly, head to projected.co/core, and if you need direct help or guidance on fit, setup, or content prep, you can use the instant assistance route through ProjektID's contact options. Appreciate your time.